Today we are talking about skill-based questions in a Micro1-style AI interview.
Yes, exactly.
So we're jumping right into this because it's something that trips up so many people. Skill-based questions basically ask how you would actually perform a specific task.
Right. They put you in the driver's seat.
Yeah, like they're looking for real-world application. For example, the system might ask, how would you evaluate an AI response? Or maybe how would you follow data annotation guidelines?
Oh, or checking math solutions. That's a big one.
Right. How would you check if a math solution is actually correct? How would you improve a really weak answer? Or, and I think this is the hardest one, how would you handle unclear instructions?
Yeah, that last one is tricky. But, with all of these examples, the AI is doing something very specific. It's testing your process.
Okay, your process, not just the final answer.
Exactly. It wants to see your judgment and, honestly, your ability to just think clearly. The system is designed to evaluate how you operate, not just what you have memorized.
Well, let me push back on that for a second. Because if I'm, say, a senior developer or a really experienced data analyst, I hear a problem and I know the right answer immediately.
Right, you just see it.
Yeah, I just see it. So why isn't it enough to just give the right answer? Why do I have to painstakingly spell out every single step of my thought process for an AI? I mean, it feels, honestly, a bit redundant.
I get that. It definitely feels redundant to a human. But to an AI, your step-by-step logic is actually a necessary guardrail.
A guardrail.
Yeah, it proves true understanding because, we all know AI models can hallucinate. They can output really confident but completely false information.
Oh, sure.
And humans can do something similar. Anyone can accidentally guess the correct answer or just state a fact they Googled without truly understanding the mechanics behind it.
Oh, I see.
So by forcing you to explain your process, the AI prevents those hallucinated or guessed responses from slipping through. It proves you actually own the methodology.
So it's basically saying, show your work, like in grade school math.
Exactly like that. If you can't show the work, the AI assumes you just guessed.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So now that we know exactly what these questions are and why the AI is so obsessed with the process, we need a reliable framework to actually answer them.
We do. You can't just wing this.
No, definitely not.
There is actually a really simple, foolproof structure for answering any skill-based question in many AI interviews. It's a 5-step formula.
5 steps. Let's hear them.
Step 1 is you have to give a direct answer.
Just immediately state what you would do.
Right. Don't wander around the topic. Step 2 is explain your process step by step.
Okay. Showing the work.
Yes. Step 3, you give one real example.
Like from your actual past experience.
Exactly. Step 4, you explain how you check quality or accuracy.
Testing your own work.
And then step 5, the final piece, is you say what you would do if the instructions are unclear.
Okay, I want to use an analogy here because this reminds me of something.
Go for it.
It's like building a bridge.
A bridge, okay.
Yeah, think about it. If someone asks you how you build a bridge, you don't just say, I build it. That's your direct answer. But it's not enough.
Right. Nobody would trust that bridge.
Exactly. So first you have to explain the blueprints. That's step 2, your process.
I like this.
And then you have to talk about the materials you used on the last bridge you built, to prove you've done this before.
Which is step 3, the real example.
Right. But a bridge with blueprints and materials isn't done. You have to do safety inspections. You have to check the load capacity.
So that's step 4, checking quality and accuracy.
Yeah. And finally, what happens if the soil report for the site is totally confusing? You don't just start digging. You have a plan for that.
Which is step 5, handling unclear instructions.
Boom. The bridge is built.
That's a great way to visualize it. Because if you miss any of those pieces, if you skip the blueprints or the safety check, the AI sees your bridge as incomplete and unsafe.
So knowing the formula is great. We have our bridge blueprint.
Yeah.
But knowing what ruins the formula is just as important.
Oh, absolutely. The mistakes people make are so common.
Let's break down those pitfalls. What's the first thing that just tanks a candidate's answer?
Giving vague answers. By far.
Vague like how?
Like saying, well, I would use my expertise to figure out the best approach.
Oh, yeah. That sounds nice, but it says nothing.
Right. The AI has no idea what your expertise actually is. Another huge pitfall is listing skills without explaining them.
Well, like keyword stuffing.
Exactly. People say, I use Python and machine learning and agile methodology.
Just throwing buzzwords at the wall.
Yeah, and the AI knows you're doing it. It needs context. which leads to the next mistake mentioning tools you cannot actually explain.
I feel like people do that to sound impressive.
They do. But in many AI interviews, the system might dynamically ask a follow-up question. If you drop a fancy software name, the AI can pivot and ask you for a specific command line within that software.
Oh, wow. And if you were bluffing, you were totally caught.
Yep. Your credibility's gone, so only mention what you truly know.
That makes sense. What else?
Skipping the step-by-step process. People get excited and jump straight to the successful result.
Right. They want to cut the ribbon on the bridge without showing the blueprints.
Exactly. And another big one is inventing examples or inventing numbers.
You mean lying?
Basically, yes. The models are trained on so much real data, they can usually spot when a story lacks natural constraints. It just sounds fake.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I also saw in the notes here that speaking too fast is a major issue.
Yes. This is a purely mechanical mistake, but it's deadly.
Because it's an AI listening to you, right?
Right. There is a speech-to-text transcription layer. If you talk a mile a minute, the transcription might drop a syllable.
Oh, right. Like if I say PyTorch really fast, it might transcribe as PyTorch, like a torch made of pie.
Exactly. And then the AI grading your technical skill sees PyTorch and gives you 0 credit for knowing the actual framework.
That is wild. Just literally slow down and speak clearly.
It saves you from failing over a technical glitch.
Okay, I want to go back to the 5th step of our structure, handling unclear instructions.
Sure.
You said earlier that candidates should explicitly say they would ask for clarification. But, let me play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Isn't it better to just guess? I mean, you're in a competitive interview. You want to look decisive. If you ask for help, don't you look like you don't know what you're doing?
I am so glad you asked that, because no, absolutely not.
Really? Guessing is that bad?
Guessing is highly dangerous in this environment.
Why?
Think about what these AI tasks often involve, like data annotation. If an instruction is genuinely ambiguous and you guess, you might inject false data into the training model.
Oh, and that corrupts the whole system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Untangling false data that a human confidently guessed on is incredibly expensive and difficult.
So asking for help isn't a weakness.
Not at all. Explaining that you would ask for clarification when instructions are ambiguous is actually a highly valued judgment skill. It shows you care about data integrity over just trying to look smart.
That is such a huge mindset shift. Never guess. Okay, let's put all this theory into practice.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's do a mini role play so the listener can hear exactly what this sounds like. I am going to ask you a skill-based question.
Okay, I'm ready.
First, give me a deliberately weak answer. Give me all the red flags.
I will do my worst.
Okay. How would you evaluate an AI response?
Well, I would read it and see if it sounds good. If it makes sense to me, I'd probably just approve it.
Wow. Okay. That was terrible.
It felt terrible to say.
Let's break down exactly why that fails.
Yeah.
For one, it's so vague. Read it and see if it sounds good. That means nothing.
It's totally subjective. What sounds good to me might violate a strict guideline.
Exactly. There are no steps. There is no blueprint. You have no criteria for evaluating accuracy or formatting.
I gave the AI absolutely nothing to score me on.
Right. Okay, let's rewind. Same question. This time I want you to hit the 5 steps. Direct answer, process, real example, quality check, and handling unclear instructions.
I'm on it.
Take 2. How would you evaluate an AI response?
I would systematically evaluate the response against a set of objective criteria. First, I would check the factual accuracy of the claims. Second, I would review the clarity and completeness of the text. Third, I would ensure the response strictly follows the provided instructions. And finally, I would check that it is helpful and safe.
Okay, that's the direct answer and the steps. Now the example.
For example, I recently evaluated a prompt asking the AI to summarize a medical document. I checked that the terminology was accurate, verified it met the exact word count requested, and ensured it didn't give dangerous medical advice.
Nice. And the quality check.
To check my own accuracy, I always review my notes against the rubric before submitting.
And what if the instructions are unclear?
If the prompt instructions are ever ambiguous, I do not guess.
Yeah.
I escalate the issue to the project manager to ensure I am aligned with the project's goals.
And seen. That was perfect.
It feels a lot more substantial, doesn't it?
It really does. Let me explain why that stronger answer works so perfectly. It hits every structured point.
Right. No guessing.
You showed clear thinking. You provided actionable, Criteria, accuracy, clarity, safety, and your example about the medical document was short, but it proved you've actually done this.
And I made sure to emphasize that I wouldn't guess if the medical guidelines were confusing.
Exactly. The AI model listening to that would light up like a Christmas tree. It got all the tokens it was looking for.
That's the goal.
So let's wrap up our strategy here for mastering these questions. What are the final reminders people need to keep in mind?
It all comes down to a few core things. Be clear, be specific, be honest, and be structured.
Structure is everything.
Yes. Always explain your process. Don't assume the system knows how smart you are.
Show your blueprints.
Show the blueprints. Use real examples to back them up. And remember, only mention skills or tools that you can fully explain if they ask you a follow-up question.
I love that. And, I want to leave everyone with a final thought to take away from all this.
What's that?
Think about how mastering this structured step-by-step communication doesn't just help you pass an AI interview.
Oh, definitely not.
Right. It fundamentally makes you a better, more logical communicator and problem solver in any professional setting. If you can explain your process this clearly to a machine, imagine how effective you'll be when explaining your ideas to your human team or to your boss.
It changes the way you work.
Exactly. So practice the 5 steps, build your bridges properly, and stop guessing.